I don't even know where we were. That's great. You go ahead and do that. Apologies, everyone. Apparently, Spreaker decided to just wanted to reset on us on its own. You know, that's cool, right? It's great.
That's how they do. They hate us.
Yeah.
They hate every bit about us. They learned about my existence and just said no.
Oh, they sure did. Shut up. Shut up. Let's see where.
So basically, you were bringing up the stuff.
No, this is way before that. It was right at your Amazon breakdown. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for the inconvenience of our show randomly cutting out. I don't know what the hell just happened, but Spreaker decided to completely refresh our page and cause the podcast to completely cut out. So I believe it cut out at your description of the Amazon weird deal. So if you want to break that down, just real quick, recap what that was.
$15 in Dove Men personal care products on Amazon got you $20 off either Need for Speed, Dead Space 3, or SimCity, with all three of them being $39.99 right now. If you bought $15 of stuff, you can get each one of those games for $20.
Okay. Fair enough.
I already have Dead Space 3. I got it for the amount of trades in for, plus I got free hair care products from me.
Fair enough.
Yup.
Fair enough. All right, so one of the main things that we were going to talk about tonight is PAX East and the developments there. So now, let me try and, because before we realized everything kind of reset on us, we were in the middle of talking about that. We were talking about Borderlands 2, and we were talking about the 6th Vault Hunter by the name of Krieg. So let me try to go through that as quickly as possible. Krieg is a psycho, an experiment from, I believe, the Hyperion Corporation gone wrong. His main special attack is he has the two-handed psycho axe weapon that he is able to throw and hit people with. His health constantly decreases as he's in this mode, but every time he kills someone, it instantly increases him back to full health. And also, he has increased speed, and he's yelling all the crazy nonsense shit that psychos yell when they're running at you as enemies in the game, which I thought was really cool. He is a high-risk, high-reward character where a lot of his stuff is built on him taking damage to increase his damage. So you want him to get hit and lose health to make him more powerful. And he's also the first character that introduces friendly fire as a bonus to him, where the more damage he takes, the more damage he does, and he can also take damage from his own co-op players to increase it even further. He has various abilities where he can set himself on fire for increased damage, but what I think is the coolest ability that he has is his down but not out ability, where instead of just kind of laying there and hoping for someone to come up and revive him, he actually is able to stand up on his feet, pull out sticks of dynamite, and throw them at enemies, running around in as a kamikaze psycho or an exploding psycho would, where they have the grenades or they have the dynamite, they run at you and then they blow up. Well, he's able to throw them for a certain amount of time, and then once the timer runs out, he stands there and blows up, and if he kills anyone either with the dynamite that he throws or when he blows up right as the meter runs out, he automatically revives. Which I thought was pretty cool. Because I know a lot of people were worried that this might be a melee character based on the trailer.
Yes and no.
Yeah, it's yes and no. But what do you guys think about this new character?
I'm gonna play him.
Yeah, I agree. At least for me.
I know his name is Krieg, but I think it'd just be funnier if his name was just Craig.
Yeah, somebody said something about that. Like, they actually talked about that at the PAX East panel, but apparently they wanted it to be named after Blitzkrieg, and they wanted to name him Blitz at first. But someone else in Gearbox, like, why don't you just take the other part? Why don't you just call him Krieg? So apparently Yeah, I thought it was Craig too. I honestly thought it was Craig, and I thought that was going to be hilarious.
I actually didn't think about that at first. I actually referred to him as Krieg because I was thinking of Krieger from Archer. So
Yeah,
You would.
I would, yes.
it is the second half of the word Blitzkrieg. So, Howard, Brett, what are your opinions of this character that they are building?
He sounds fun and broken.
But I'm okay with broken in a game
No,
that's mainly
I
co-op.
don't either because you're paying extra for him.
Huh?
You're paying extra for him, so I don't care that he seems like he's like more powerful than the rest of them.
Yeah. He's unique. He's very
He's
unique.
unique too.
Yeah.
You got to do something, to entice people to buy him. So.
Yeah. Out of the stuff that you've seen, Brett, what do you think?
Pass.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
Well, will you get him?
Only if it was in the season pass, you were getting him for free, right?
If that was the case, I'd definitely be getting him. I will see how my interest in Borderlands 2 is when he comes out.
Well, he will be out in May.
Hopefully that's enough time after my...
That's sooner than I thought it was going to come out.
Yeah, he comes out in May.
Yeah, so then anyone who was playing Borderlands before all the new Game Rush came out, here's a new character for Borderlands 2, and here's all this new DLC. Have a nice summer of Borderlands 2.
It's also during the month where there's kind of a slow pace in new releases.
I just wanted to release Borderlands 3 already.
I think if
Borderlands 2's been out too long.
I wonder if their placing is reactionary to The Last of Us being pushed back, since that got pushed back into June.
Mm-hmm.
And so now they get this month as well as extra time, as well as the whole summer, instead of coming out like the early June,
Mm-hmm.
and just having the summer.
Yeah. I mean, like right now I'm not playing Borderlands 2. I'm not actively playing it right now. I've gone through Tomb Raider. We're playing Judgment.
We sure are.
I'm just got
Even
Luigi's
though
Mansion.
out on us on. Look, you, Howard,
What did I do?
pitched out.
The one night we were waiting for you to sign on after dinner, and you just texted me and said you weren't going to play, so we hopped on.
At least I texted you, like some people, and just not show up. At least I told you.
Well, we didn't need you. We were winning.
That's fine. Good.
Yeah,
I'm
good,
glad I could help.
Good.
Glad I could help.
Originally, we won like the first couple, and then
Well, if I had joined in, you guys would have started losing. So you're welcome.
Jesus.
You missed my Reggie, shenanigans.
All right, hug it out,
Got to the base.
hug it out, bitch.
No.
Got the generator down to 39% before they killed me. It's awesome.
See, if I had been playing, you wouldn't have been able to do that.
You don't know. You may have been in there, and that would have been the swinging factor for him to hit so hard as that wretch. It would have went from 100 to 0.
Also, I kept getting the Treehouse Predator ribbon. I like that ribbon.
What does it do?
It's when with your enemy, if they're using the scout or whatever that Havoc, or what his name is.
Yeah, Paddock.
Mhm.
If he's in one like the scout area where only scouts and wretches can get to, and you kill him as the wretch, you get Treehouse Predator.
Nice. But anyway, I'm not actively playing it, but if they're going to make worthwhile content, I got no problem like not playing it now and then jumping back into it later. Like I don't have to be actively playing it now to warrant buying that character in May. If the character is interesting to me and unique and provides me something new in the world of Borderlands, I'll pick them up and I'll play it, whether it's in May or whether it's later in the year or whatever. Borderlands is a game that, I went back to multiple times before Borderlands 2 came out. So it wasn't something that, and that goes for pretty much all of us. It wasn't something that we just played for the period that it was out and new.
Knox was awesome.
Yeah, General Knox was awesome. But that was the first bit that they announced, or that they showed off. The second bit that they announced was the level cap is officially being raised. The level cap is going from 50 to 61.
Weird.
Well, they always pick weird numbers. They never go like just 50 to 60.
63 and a half.
I think Borderlands 1 ended out at 69.
Yep.
Because that's sexy.
Yes. So they are adding 11 extra levels. They're adding pearlescent weapons for levels 51 to 61, and they are adding a third playthrough mode called Ultimate Vault Hunter mode. The third playthrough mode is free to everyone that owns the game. When it is released on April 2nd, it will be available for everyone to download it. If you want the level cap and the pearlescent weapons, it is $5. Unless you have the season pass, then it's free. So if you have the season pass, that is something that Gearbox was able to negotiate with 2K, that even though it was not advertised in the season pass, it is being included.
So you bloody vaginas, you got your wish.
So as season pass owners, like I have the season pass. Did you get the season pass?
No, I didn't.
I know Howard has it. Brett has it.
Yep.
We will get the level cap for free. We will get the new weapons for free. We will get third multiplayer mode. Huh? Well, best of luck. And that is April 2nd. The new 6th Vault Hunter is in May. In June will be the final DLC pack for the season pass, the 4th and final pack. They did not announce the name of it. They did not announce the main plot because it is not at a point where they can show it. All they did was kind of show this short teaser trailer of Tiny Tina trying to teach the 3 remaining Vault Hunters from Borderlands 1 on how to play like a Dungeons & Dragons ripoff. And apparently that has something to do with it, but nobody
I
knows.
think it's called Bunkers and Badasses.
Yeah.
Drugs are involved.
But what they did announce was that this will be the largest DLC ever released for any Borderlands game, period. So it's bigger than General Knox, bigger than any that's come out for Borderlands 2. It has the entire Borderlands 2 development team working on it, as well as the rest of the Gearbox team. So the entire just whole of the Gearbox development team is working on this DLC. So it's probably too early to really comment on it. There's nothing to really comment on. But I'm interested over the fact that their entire development team is working on it. So the last bit of news, which has nothing to do with it, well, kind of has something to do with in-game stuff. The loot box edition of Borderlands 2 that got released, or loot chest. It was very limited. It ran out. It ran up pretty much the day that they went on pre-order, and Gearbox was never able to get any more made in time for launch of the game. But they've now teamed up with a different manufacturing company to make new loot chests. They are not the limited edition of Borderlands 2. They are just loot chests that will be sold, as far as the US goes, they will be sold through ThinkGeek.com. They are going to be diamond plated. They are going to include a Goliath mask, which comes with a shift code to unlock that mask to be wearable for your characters. They will. Let me see what else it should be. Find it if I can. There we go. It will have 4 wanted posters for the main characters of Borderlands 2. It will also have 20 legendary weapon cards, which will have shift codes to unlock all 20 guns for your character in Borderlands 2. Let me see if I'm missing anything else. The Goliath mask, already got that. Wanted posters, yes. It will be $99.99. So for $100, you can get the loot chest that you desperately wanted, some collectible posters that you can hang up. Oh, and some decals to throw on your car. Decals for like the Borderlands logo, as well as all of the gun manufacturers. So you can put like a Torque logo on your car and shit like that.
Buy it, you horse.
I might buy it.
Well, then I guess you're part of the horde.
I am a whore. I'm a consumer whore. And how? So, yeah. Anybody else thinking they might buy it?
No.
out of this moment. But Matt here says he's going to buy 6 of them.
Well,
He's gonna make it rain.
Yeah, because you know me.
I don't have a release date for it yet, but they said that the first wave is only 5,000. Like this is not like a continuous. We made tons of them and they'll constantly be on sale. It's like it's 5,000, and based on how those 5,000 sell, they'll make more.
I'll wait till they finish them out.
$6.
Oh, if only.
Yeah, no. I'd buy 6 of them
So that
and make it rain.
that's at least the Borderlands 2 news from PAX East. So, anything? Anybody got anything? Any opinions? Anything? I'm not going. Yeah, I'm not going to allow dead silence. So I'm just going to keep talking until somebody
He said before.
get people to.
DuckTales? Woo woo?
Yes.
That's closing opinions on Borderlands. Certainly fits. Go ahead, talk about DuckTales.
DuckTales. People decided to tickle my old man bone.
I don't really think you should
I
have.
thought you were talking about DuckTales.
I was. Because I'm
Not
old.
Cottontails.
Not Cottontails. Not or Ponytails. But Lucktails. Woo.
Lucktails.
Lucktails. That's in the song. Anyway. So, DuckTales is old 8-bit NES Capcom game that had achieved cult status and been known for, its memorable music. And Capcom and, I forget the partner off the top of my head they're using, had decided, you know what, we're going to get it all redone, hand-drawn, whatnot, and we're going to re-release it as an HD remix. And people went nuts for it, like this guy.
He's talking about himself. You said like this guy.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
So, I'm curious as to how the music in the game is going to sound.
Probably exactly the same.
And didn't they get
They have all the original voices.
yeah,
Even the voice of Scrooge McDuck, who is 94 years old.
94 years old is going to be voicing Scrooge McDuck.
So I actually can't wait to see how
Who
that works.
played the classic NES game? I mean, say it. The people can't see you raising your hands.
Sure they can.
Maybe I should just do this by myself. Jesus Christ.
It's been a long time.
Thank you.
I actually played it a couple years ago, but yes, still a long time. Before that, though.
It was a long time ago. 365 days.
I raised my hand just to be an asshole, but I have also played it.
Plus, it was stretching. Zig Heil.
We played it at Helmix not too long ago.
Oh, well, it was long ago because that man hasn't been in Merlin in like at least a year.
I mean, not long ago compared to like almost 30 years of life.
I don't remember playing that at his place.
We totally did. We set up a little TV on his dining room table and played it.
But I don't remember playing DuckTales.
We totally played it.
I remember playing a bunch of NES games. I don't remember
Sorry
DuckTales
that
being
your
one of them.
memories of us aren't fond.
I probably didn't play DuckTales. That was probably you guys.
Yeah, probably.
So
Whatever.
I was there.
I don't even.
I had my old NES and I played it at home. Called out a being sick, so I didn't have to go to school to play it. But just to play it, so I'm alright. I know stuff now. those weren't important days at school.
I know things about stuff.
So all right then. 'Cause I never played it. I've never played the game ever.
You don't know the joy, sir.
I'll definitely give it a shot.
It's a pretty good game. It's a really good platformer.
Yeah. Well, all right. So for anyone else listening, huh?
Have you played the Rescue Rangers game?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I fucking love that Rescue Rangers
It's not
game.
like that. It's better.
So
Now, see, if they remade that, I would have the same reaction that Tim has.
they should just remake them all. Because even the Aladdin game for Super Nintendo.
Well, Capcom is also remaking.
Little Mermaid. They did that.
Capcom's also remaking their 2 Dungeon and Dragon beat 'em up games that they had for arcades. I have to look that up now.
But
That's on my radar now.
I'm still debating whether or not this is an acceptable apology from Capcom to me.
No, it's not.
An acceptable one for apologizing for what?
Not giving me a new Mega Man.
Well, you can buy a Mega Man statue.
They were
I did hear about that announcement, but
with the statue.
Yeah.
Well, there was that, and at PAX they also talked that they are currently exploring avenues for a Mega Man game. They don't they have absolutely nothing to announce because it's not in production, but they are currently having meetings on what to do as a new game for Mega Man.
Let's bring back Keiji Inafune and ask him.
Hopefully it's Fat Mega Man.
Me personally, I don't want Legends 3. I didn't like Legends 1, and I didn't like the other one. Just give me a classic Mega Man. Give me the two. Give me the side-scrolling. Beef it up. Whole new enemies. That's fine for me.
Ass man.
I'm sure some people want Legends. I know you want Legends 3, Tim. I know you're a big fan of it. I never liked it.
As long as it's not one of those.
Well, it has to have like a funny Maverick name, like Ass Cheek Dynamo.
It
can't be just Ass Man.
As long as it's not one of them stupid Mega Man Network games. Bullshit.
Oh man, they should remake Goof Troop. Capcom also did the Goof Troop game.
They did. As long as they put in the proper boops.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, at PAX East, Capcom confirmed that their 90s arcade Dungeons and Dragons titles, The Tower of Doom and Shadow of Mysteria, will launch on Xbox Live, PlayStation Network, PC, and Wii U this summer as a part of a $15 Chronicles of Mysteria collection. For 2 games?
Well, if you bought the season pass.
Yeah. If only you had bought...
Whatever that game's called.
If you had gotten...
But see, that's what I'm going to get told. That is, if I buy the PSP Vita version instead, I'll get all the characters unlocked instead of having to buy them.
Well, you'll get... Didn't they also do King of Dragons?
Capcom?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, they did.
Yeah, you'll also get that. Just that's... but only on the Vita version.
You'll only get the cleric. No dwarf, no elf, no wizard.
They're a part of DLC.
And they don't go... "Arr." They go...
Yeah, you got to buy a sound pack. You got to buy a sound pack.
All the sounds, $5. And each character, $20.
Yeah.
And every time one of those like little bubbles comes up for a magic spell, when you hit it, a little menu will come up saying you can buy it for 99 cents. And you buy Sword Swings.
Man. Did we just turn this into like a Facebook game?
Or you can play an entire round of Quiz and Dragons.
I think it
every time you swing a sword.
Capcom DLC debacle.
Oh no, it definitely did that. But he was saying like sword swings and everything. It's like, damn, it sounds like you have an energy bar. It's like, oh, every level costs you 10 energy.
Well, you do have an energy bar.
No, every swing costs you 10 energy. I have 15 energy.
Yeah, you have 2 energy bars, in fact.
Yes, of course. Oh, and I gotta wait my energy to recharge.
Well, you can buy Vita and get Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD remix.
Or
It's also coming on PS3.
Shh, don't tell them that.
Or no. Unless they get Meg Ryan to voice Tidus.
Okay.
I would be more interested in buying the 10 HD remaster than Lightning Returns.
Yep.
On the console version, it's 10 and 10 2 together in one bundle. You can get both games.
One disc.
One disc to rule them all.
I actually am more interested in getting Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD remix for the PS3 than Lightning Returns.
But Lightning's returning. Not only did lightning strike twice, but it struck thrice.
It's easy to find her. You can't go anywhere.
She's great.
Well, she's still walking on that line because there's no. No. She's
got
still
a gun sword.
She's
That's
still
original.
walking on the line because there's no end to the line.
Well, no,
Never had a gun sword.
in 2, you didn't really play as her because she was busy off in some parallel time
There
universe.
still was the line though.
There still was the line. It wasn't as bad as 13, but there was still the line. As you're time jumping, because apparently as time travelers, you have no idea what the fuck you're doing. So you're not good enough to just jump straight to where she is. You're jumping like all over the fucking place until finally you're just like, hey, we found it. Here it is.
You can get a cat as a pet.
You can get a black guy as a pet. I mean, technically, that's the case.
Slavery at its best.
Yeah, and to unlock him, you have to pay back his gambling debts. Technically,
Typical black guy.
technically, ain't it true? Did you play that? Did you play that part at all?
Life debt.
You didn't unlock Zaz? Was I the only one that unlocked
I think
Zaz?
you are, because after I beat the game, I was like, done.
Uh,
I bought that game. Let Brett borrow it. You played it for like a very short amount of time.
Played for like an hour.
You gave it back to me, and I immediately traded it in. But I still have 13 though.
Friends don't let friends play Final Fantasy 13 too.
I do have 13 still. I'm in
Or
the
Final
final
Fantasy
boss.
10 too.
Hey, Final Fantasy 10-2, I would argue, is better than Final Fantasy 13.
It's far better than Final Fantasy 13 too.
Right, the battle system's decent
Yep.
in 10-2.
Brett's dead. He's not. He can't talk to you right now. He's dead.
It's not that bad.
You killed him. You killed him with your
The only thing
blasphemous
I could-
words.
The only thing I can get right was the stupid.
Check his wallet.
No.
I carry my poop in there.
Oh.
sure you fling it.
It's the only way to do it.
So yeah, PAX is also filled with some news from Blizzard. They are going to be releasing a World of Warcraft trading card game that will be free to play. I believe it's called Hearthstone Heroes of Warcraft.
How many quests can I do?
A day?
Um,
You have to buy quest packs.
Unfortunately, I didn't look too much into it. I mean, I'll give it for free to play. I'll give it a shot. You know, why not? It's free to play. I like card games. Some, not all.
I like card games.
I like Yu-Gi-Oh. The simplest of them all. Yu-Gi-Oh.
Hey, we did see Yu-Gi-Oh! The movie in theaters
We did.
with my brother.
Less talking, more running.
Yeah, that was the only good part of that whole
Oh no, it was run now, talk later. That's the only part that actually made us laugh. Hey, well, back in the day when I was growing up, I went to several of those Pokemon movies, just for the
I
cards.
still have my Ancient Mew card, bitch.
I don't have that anymore.
Cursed at you, sorry.
When the first one came out that had the 4 cards that you can get, it was like Mewtwo, Pikachu, like it actually had like 4 different cards. So they were encouraging you to see the movie 4 different times or as many times until you got them. When I went and saw it in Golden Ring, when it was still Golden Ring Mall and they still had United Artists, and I literally, I was that movie theater was dead. That whole mall was dead. This was when it was like about to go under and everything. My dad.
Live wires hanging from the ceiling.
No, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. No. Well, no, like the mall itself never looked awful as like damage. It just emptied out because several places went out of business or like their rent went up and they never renewed. So it was a lot of like closed down places. United Artists, Starcade, and Auntie Anne's. Yeah, Auntie Anne's. Auntie Anne's was there till the end. But anyway, when I Yeah.
Is mighty tasty.
I think me and my dad were like the only ones, or like it was maybe like us and like 2 and like one other father with his kid, and because we were the only ones there, the person working the ticket booth was like, "Do you have all the cards?" I said, "No, I don't have any." She's like, "Oh, okay, there, all 4. Here you go." Yeah. Oh no, they had a stack. They had a stack like almost 6 inches high of those cards.
Just
6
take 'em.
inches,
Just take 'em
6
all.
inches of
Yeah.
Pokemon madness.
And and I went to
You still saw 4 times though because you felt bad, right?
no, hell no.
Not in theaters. Not
Hell
in
no.
theaters, at least.
I owned it. I still own it on DVD. I still have the DVD for it. So
So at least he watched it 3 more times at home.
yeah, exactly. See, I made up for it. Totally did. But
Anyway.
yeah. Anyway, let's get on to we're kind of reaching the end of where we would have been if this was all one part. The Spreaker reset on us.
Wow, Spreaker screwing up never happens.
Yeah.
Not once.
So anyway,
Every once in a while, there's a guy over at the Spreaker office who's like listening to us and he's like, "Haha, we took make fun of us because we took your advertising away. Will you disconnect?"
yeah. So let's get into Gears of War Judgment. With most reviews,
Wario?
with most reviews that we kind of do, we've been trying to do them on previous episodes in kind of like a traditional way of like discussing, breaking down the story, going into sections, so on and so forth. That doesn't work for this podcast.
That's putting Brett to sleep.
People that don't talk easily get bored, and then derail everything.
There's one thing I'm good at.
So I'm going to try to open this up as more of like a discussion like the rest of the podcast is. So what have you guys played as a story mode? I know me and Brett have beaten it. I'm pretty sure you've beaten it by now.
I have not
Tim,
beaten it.
you
Because
have
I'm
not.
trying to do it with co-op, with just other people.
Yeah, I
did the first chapter and the last 2 chapters. So like the 2 chapters in the middle I didn't do.
oh yeah, you beat it with us, but you didn't.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you've seen the ending. We won't. It's not really spoil. It's a prequel, but
the ending really doesn't tell you a whole lot.
it just it explains. All it does is by the end of it. Yeah. By the end of it, all it explains is why Baird is just a grunt. That's all. It's really all it does. It's not. Yeah, it's not a giant battle. Like, it's not like a huge important battle in the Gears mythos. It's not anything like that. It's just the tale of Baird was a lieutenant. He's not a lieutenant, which you know by playing the first Gears games. He's not a lieutenant. He's a private. And that's what he permanently is for the rest of his COG career. So it's not really spoiling anything, but what did you guys think of not the actual story itself, but how they did the campaign with the classify stuff and everything?
I liked it. Like everyone's been saying, it has more of an arcade feel to it, which I like. I like how at the end you get a little score sheet. I like how you can declassify. It kind of forces you to maybe play a way where you wouldn't normally play. And it varies enough. I mean, towards the end of it, it kind of recycled some of the same things over and over again, but it was varied enough throughout the campaign. I thought it had a decent length for a Gears campaign. Voice acting was good. But I did like how it was broken up. They did have those little, like, horde mode little sections in between. And the only thing I wish you could have done was actually build stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of missed that from the last game. But I wouldn't expect it in the campaign mode. So overall,
Yeah.
I liked it from what I played. I haven't beaten it yet, but I played enough of it.
Yeah, the entire story just constantly pushes everything forward. And I felt like it kind of did away with the usual Gears aspect of, hey, we gotta go get this guy, or we gotta go get this thing. Alright, we're gonna take the elevator. Ah, fuck, the elevator broke. We gotta fix the elevator. Alright, we fixed the elevator. Now we get the oh, they stopped the elevator. Now we gotta shoot them. You know, like the constant things that were always impeding your progress.
The adventure of it.
Yeah, I felt that was taken out of this
That's
story.
what I didn't like about it.
Okay.
The single player campaign. I didn't like the fact that the game essentially, was just, one giant horde mode. I enjoyed the adventure of the previous three Gears games instead of, all right, here comes a wave of enemies. Okay, kill them. Okay, moving on to the next point. And if declassified, okay, here's a handicap or something special that you have to do.
But isn't that like every shooter game? Oh, here's a bunch of enemies. Let's get to the next point. Like, that's every game. Every game's like that.
But it did.
I like what Brian was saying about I kind of was getting tired of the fact that you would spend like half the game doing one thing because everything kept fucking up. Like, oh, our boat's broken, let's get off. Oh, let's take these cars. Oh shit, our cars are broken. Okay, let's walk. Oh shit, our legs are broken. Let's crawl. Oh shit, we're dead. I got.
Well, that's what happened in your ending.
Yeah, I just got tired of that by the third game.
Oh no, I felt like.
So I kind of liked where it was like, okay, so we're going to go do this, and every once in a while there were hiccups, but I can see why what you're saying too. But I agree with Brian, most of you.
Yeah, like by the.
Of course you would.
No
one agrees with me.
Well, no, my thing was by the end of Gears 3, like by the time you get to finding Marcus's father, and every step you like to me it felt like for every step forward you took getting closer to him, you took 2 steps back, and that was fine at first. But after a while, I'm like, just get up the fucking elevator. Like, just let me in the door. Get these people out the fucking way. I'm done. Like, I literally got to the point.
What is this, Ghostbusters?
Like I don't know.
Only everything was escalators.
Yeah.
But then if they broke me, it would be stairs.
I just got to the point with it where I was like, I just want to progress the story. Like I felt like it was filler to extend the length of the campaign more than it was progressing everything. It's like here's all this shit to impede me before I could finally progress. Now I'm not saying what they did in Judgment was an improvement over that. I'm just saying they just got rid of it. Like they did away with it entirely.
Well, it's also a completely different developmental team.
It is. It's People Can Fly, who also made Bulletstorm.
Not enough Steve Bloom. And Gears of War Judgment.
But hey, at least John DiMaggio made a voice appearance.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. But going into this game, knowing that it was about Baird and like the tone that they were advertising, I didn't expect it to be an epic tale. So I didn't expect it to be anything that was going to feel on the same dramatic level as like a Gears 3 or anything.
Yeah, there definitely was not a lot at stake.
Yeah.
In the game. But it was just kind of like, oh, so that's why Baird is this way.
And a lot of the advertisements seemed like this game was going to be more tongue in cheek, more a lighter tone. It's not going to be so my wife.
Hey, it was light in tone. After all, the sky was blue.
It was a very colorful game for Gears.
It was.
There was not enough gray or brown.
Green.
Or gray
Yeah.
browns.
Red. I think.
I liked the classify stuff. I thought that switched it up a bit.
Yeah, I did like that. It's different. You know,
It was-
something that was a good change of pace.
And it was never anything that I went, oh fuck.
There was the one where health doesn't regenerate.
But we actually got through that pretty easily.
We did. But at first you were like, oh
yeah.
no.
It was like health no
And then they
reach.
just throw a bunch of wretches at us.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah, they just throw wretches at us, and they gave us like 80 million stim grenades. Like Brett was full of stim grenades, so you started picking them up. Like it was ridiculous. But I thought,
How do you feel about the change in controls?
um,
Dedicated grenade button and that stuff.
in campaign, I'm totally okay with it because I can hold any two weapons, and then grenade's dedicated button. And if I want to have the whole aim and fire, I can hold down the grenade button, move it where I need to go, and let go. Actually, I thought worked really well in a single player. In multiplayer, it sucks dick. Because I don't like the fact that my character can only have one of the starting weapons and a pistol.
Yeah.
I don't want the pistol. I don't use the pistol. Even in the original Gears, I really didn't use the pistol unless I absolutely had to. I switched between the Lancer and one of the shotguns. That's what I went back and forth between. So I would have liked the ability to have my two guns be that combination, and then I switch back and forth. Because you can only have one of those guns, everyone is using shotguns. Everyone online is using. And now I know a lot of people were using shotguns in the other Gears multiplayer, but they would still switch to other ones in certain circumstances. Now it's just like you are either long range or you're close range, or you're that's it. There's no variety. It is you are this or you are that, and you can't like switch to the pistol and make the pistol something else. If I like pick up a different weapon,
You can.
you can. Okay. But I didn't like that. I don't like that. I don't like the feel of traditional versus multiplayer, like the team deathmatch. I don't know. It just didn't give me the same enjoyable feeling of when we were playing in Gears
You
3.
can jump down from ledges.
That's cool. I like that. I like the jumping down from ledges and stuff like that. That kind of works. But I don't know. I just don't like the fact where it's like when I spawn, I'm either close range or long range. Like I don't like that because everyone is just having a shotgun. So it feels like having a retro lancer or a regular lancer is pointless. And I don't like that. I don't like because I don't like when they make guns obsolete. I like the fact that I can start with a lancer. Like if I see someone a distance away, I can start with the lancer and start shooting at them, and then as they get closer, I can switch to the shotgun and finish them off. I like that ability. I don't have that ability anymore, and I don't like that. That pisses me off.
They could change it if enough people write about it.
That see, I don't. That to me, that seems like that would be a little bit more work. I don't think that's a simple fix. I could be wrong.
Oh, all you have to do is just set out the pistol.
Huh?
All you have to do is just give you the ability to change both weapons.
Yeah. But I don't. We also don't know how much development it takes to change that.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
I
hope it's simple. No,
That's not the biggest problem, and then there aren't a lot of maps.
there are not a lot of maps for either mode. For either modes, like Overrun gets its own set of maps along with Survival. They both get 4 maps, and then the free for all, the team deathmatch, they get 4 maps, and that's all you get right now.
Maybe it's just me, but I kind of felt maybe this game was kind of rushed. In some sense.
I mean, it doesn't. To me, it doesn't feel rushed. It feels like
maybe it's incomplete or something like that.
I can agree with
something
that.
Just doesn't feel completely. Just something feels off about this game.
I think
compared to the past 3.
I think for me, it feels off because the different development team took a lot of things in a different direction and like put things in that I don't know. Like it does feel like it's missing stuff. Like survival mode is not a substitute for Horde. It's not. It's overrun with computer characters, and it gives you no opportunity to be the Locust. The only way you can play Locust in the entire game is in overrun mode. Overrun mode it's kind of like a mode that was introduced. I can't remember the name of it. It was introduced in Unreal Tournament 2004. It was essentially it's a little bit different on it, but to me it kind of felt the same. Where it was in an Unreal Tournament 2004, it was 2 teams. They both had a generator, and there was these nodes that were neutral, and you had to occupy them to light up a straight path from your generator to the other team's generator in your team's colors, so that you could go into their base and blow up their generator. It's a little different in Gears, where as the Locust, you are going from spot to spot on the map, taking out these emergence hole covers until you get to the cog generator and then trying to blow up the cog generator. If at any point the cogs stop you from destroying the cover for your emergence holes, your section is over. So it's essentially either who can get the furthest or who can do it in the fastest amount of time, because each team gets a chance to be Locust and Cog. I think I like that mode. That mode's interesting. I think the mode has some balancing it needs to do. Mm-hmm. It's weird. I mean, even though I've had moments where I've been Cog and I felt like I felt like my team there was nothing we could do to stop the Locusts.
Yeah, and then the further you get pushed back, the more the Locusts get, and it makes it even harder.
But then at the same time, I've had moments as the Locust where, we just, for no lack of trying, we just couldn't get anywhere near the fucking hole. Like, no matter what we did, they had an answer for everything. And it was kind of... So, I guess in that way it's kind of balanced, but I don't know. I still feel like Locusts have... If you can build up the points, which isn't that difficult...
Locust, the Grenadier has grenades. And that's it. No Cog class has grenades.
Frag grenades.
Frag grenades specifically.
Yeah.
Which kind of bothers me a little bit.
Well, I mean, I guess technically there's one that gets the grenade launcher.
Yeah, it's not the same. That grenade launcher sucks. Unless you hit somebody with the grenade. There's no splash damage at all. At least for me. Pointing it, it's right next does no damage.
I mean, and I don't know. I usually play as the engineer when I'm on Cog, and I just let the turret kill things while I repair stuff.
I usually play the medic, and I just try to keep track of people's health.
For whatever reason, whenever I try and shoot a Locust with a shotgun, it takes 4 shots. I don't know why. It just does. or I should just say a regular grunt.
So I would say that
Grunt.
overall multiplayer doesn't feel as fleshed out as other Gears games.
No, it does not.
I kind of miss Cog versus Locust. I miss the Horde mode that they, built up for several games. Like, it's just,
Yeah,
it's just missing something.
I really do feel not having Horde mode is an absolute mistake. Overrun, I feel, is a huge upgrade from Beast mode.
Mm-hmm.
It is Beast mode 2.0, which is fine. But taking out Horde mode to me was a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
They put it in Gears 2, and in all honesty, I feel they perfected it in Gears 3. So maybe they didn't want it because there was nothing more they could do with it, or maybe they wanted their own thing. Maybe they felt Overrun is the focus. If we have Horde mode in there too, I don't know. I do know that they're going to be adding more multiplayer modes and maps. So I want to at least let that stuff come out and try it before I'm done with the game. But I will say this: Overrun is fun. The campaign experience was fun. Doing that with people in co-op. I like doing that. Doing the campaign in co-op was fun. Overrun is fun. I really have no interest in doing team deathmatch again. I may do free for all once to get the achievement of like playing every mode. Domination is alright. I think Domination is okay. But it's not grabbing me like Gears 3 multiplayer. Gears 3 multiplayer, I was almost ready like every single evening after I got off work that if someone said let's play Gears, I was ready to play fucking Gears. And this one, it's like, I'll play it if somebody asks. But I'm not that excited for it. Overrun, after you've played those maps so many times, it's like, I don't know. It's kind of So.
Somebody needs to buy Dead Space 3 so I can do a co-op campaign.
Well, you did have a second copy. You could have let somebody borrow to do that.
It's all your fault.
Shut up. If I let somebody borrow it, the traded value would have gone down. And it wouldn't be worth $30, $28.
When?
But you would have gotten the co-op that you wanted out of it.
I'd rather have Tomb Raider.
It's like I'd rather have somebody else spend the money and then trade it in later to decrease their own trade-in value than decrease the trade-in value of my own second copy.
You want to buy a copy of Dead Space 3
Nope.
for $28? Alright, see? There you go.
Because he never would have bought it to begin with.
Okay.
I would have taken the second copy.
Oh, hey! He's alive.
already ate the bread.
It'll come back.
You'll eat the whole.
Overall, for the game, I think the campaign's worth it. I think Overrun is fun. Overall, though, I don't think the value of the game is worth anything more than like $40. It's to me, it doesn't feel like a $60 game.
Yeah. Just considering how much you got with Gears 3 and even Gears 2. There were a ton of modes, a ton of maps. Like, it doesn't feel like as much. You're getting as much as you did before.
Yeah.
And, you can't complain too much.
Sure, you're entitled.
But, because, whatever, but shut up.
I think
It's like when you're used to getting a wealth of modes and a bunch of different things, and then you suddenly don't. It's just kind of unusual.
I mean, it's
not a bad game.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, but it's also
Hold the
kind. It's also kind of what happens when I think this game had the shortest development cycle of any of the Gears, and it's a whole new development team. So it's a whole new development team, and they get less time than the.
they have plenty of time to add stuff. Like, it's not stuff that they couldn't add to the game.
Yeah. I mean, I'll like I said, I'll be more than happy to give them a shot of adding these additional multiplayer modes and seeing how they work out.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm not impressed with the majority of what they're offering as far as multiplayer goes, other than Overrun. I don't like the limited selection of characters.
Yeah.
Um,
But you can skin them.
that's kind of cool. Like having the skins for characters is kind of cool. But the fact that like I think there's only like 8 characters, and several of them are duplicates. Like there's 2 Coles, there's 2 Paddocks.
There's Baird, Paddock, the woman, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Cole, Aftermath, Paddock, Aftermath, Cole, Ty,
Loomis.
Kim.
Yeah, Kim for some reason. The fuck is that?
Well, he would. I mean,
Let's put 2 dead guys.
Yes.
that was my thing. Is like why? I mean, maybe I guess they would have.
Loomis.
Yeah.
And young Marcus.
If you.
And he threw it from GameStop.
Yeah, if you pre-order from GameStop. I don't know. Are you gonna make it? Like, are you?
Been up since 8 a.m. I don't know. And I'll be staying up for like 25 hours.
Well, stop whatever you're doing. Go to the closet. Go sleep in the closet.
Call
You're drunk.
Go sleep at work.
call Courtney. Tell her ass to get to work. Say she's covering for you tonight. You can't do it. You're in so much pain.
Just call out.
I should call it.
You should, but you're not.
I should call out, but I'd
You
rather.
should because I'm falling asleep on a podcast.
Yeah.
I've been up since 8 a.m. and I'm going to be up for 25 hours. You know what? Fuck it, I'll go to work.
At some point, I'm gonna find this small burst of energy. And I'm gonna.
What you need is more.
You should take some crack.
You need more red velvet cookies. Is what you need.
Go
See,
sleep.
but he does this knowing that he'll get that small burst of energy. But when he gets off work, he's only going to get like 4 hours of sleep before a dog or something else wakes him up. You know, but should he call out for the sake of his own like health? No, fuck that.
Normally I'm one against calling out, but
Yeah, no. I mean, most of the time I'm joking. But no.
this is actually a serious thing. You should actually.
You're gonna die.
Knowing knowing this guy's situation, like you've been up since 8, you have to work an overnight shift. You never, ever, ever get 8 hours of sleep, ever. Either you wake yourself up,
Get 25 hours.
yeah. Either you wake yourself up for some weird hour and you don't go back to bed, or you try to go back to bed and the dog wakes you up, or the dog wakes you up in general, or a child wakes you up, or your sister wakes you up,
Or
or
your
a
dog child's sister wake you.
or text messages wake you up, or your phone wakes you up with a phone call, just everything. It's like I'm not gonna call out because I don't call out. I'll just say this: CVS is not the end-all, be-all job where you should sit here and say, I can't call out on
5
CVS.
days of work.
I don't get medals for stupidity.
No, you don't.
I can't call out. What if that one woman comes in and wants to buy her $200 worth of shit?
Literal shit.
I don't know if that woman still shops at
Not bad.
CVS or not. The crazy woman that always gets like the carts full of stuff.
No, I haven't seen her. Probably over
In, in many.
Hey, yeah, there we go. Hey. All right.
Go up tonight.
Overall, max amount of money you would pay for Gears of War. I know you already paid 60, but
40 sounds fair.
I paid 42, and that is enough.
okay. Brett.
about 40 is, I guess, is fair.
Okay.
Sleep with some change.
I think
So-
about 40 hours of sleep.
40 hours of sleep, sleep with some change.
Wants to change with that.
Yeah. I will say that if it wasn't for our pal Dave Yox, I probably would be trading Gears in towards BioShock. Just saying.
Womp womp.
But the man is serving our country overseas. He's a big Gears fan.
Justice.
He's a big Gears fan, and I told him that I would have the game in my possession to play multiplayer with him when he comes back to the good old US of A. So I will honor that, and I will not trade in the game. But goddamn, if he wasn't out doing it, it'd be gone.
He was just some schlub on the street. Fuck that. I'm trading that game.
Hit him high, hit him high, hit him high, hit him high.
Hit him low, hit him low, hit him low, hit him low.
I watched the VHS of Space Jam yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Bill Murray is great.
All right, so that's it for Digital Reload.
Bye.
A little bit of extra stuff for you crazy kids, since we kind of got screwed up with our podcast. So thanks for sticking with us if you did. One more reminder, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, please go to digitaldailyfix.com and cast your votes in our latest polls for our March Madness tournament, the franchise free-for-all. It is the comic and television round, so be sure to do that, and get ready to vote for the Sweet 16 starting tomorrow, Tuesday, March 26th. Until next week, be sure to tune in, because we'll have legit podcasting equipment, and we'll sound way sexier than we do now. Get ready, world.
He already
See you
does
later.
to you.
Nothing.
Snore.
Lack.